Good afternoon. This is my audience for my making my egg sandwich demonstration speech. Okay, thank you. Okay. Usually, when I'm having a good Sunday morning, the birds are chirping, sun is shining, I enjoy making myself an egg sandwich. This could be you too, if only you follow these few simple steps. If my family taught me this skill to me when I was 12 years old, so I've been doing it a long time, so you know this process is tried and true. Okay, while you're cooking the egg, you're also going to be preparing your toast and stuff, and condiments and whatnot, so you're going to need to keep those things in mind. It's like a two-step process. So first, what you're going to need is you're going to need a stove, a pan, egg, butter, mayonnaise, spinach, cheese, ham, 2 slices of bread, guacamole, and then for utensils, just a knife, fork, and a spatula. So first you're going to begin by turning your stove onto the level 3, or if you're preheating a griddle or something, you're going to do it to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and then next, pop in your toast into your toaster. Okay, once you've done that, now you basically are just waiting for this to warm up and stuff, so you can begin adding the butter. And this will take probably about a minute. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to talk about the amazingness of an egg sandwich. So I've been doing this for a long, long time. Whenever we go over to Canada or anything with my family, we usually have a nice egg breakfast, and we'll make a ton of eggs, and we'll put toast and ham and all our good condiments on top, and it'll be a great time, great breakfast in the morning. So once again, this is a great skill to learn if you want to have some good quality family time. Okay, so the butter is almost done melting, and when it is done melting, then you know that it's time to put your egg on the pan. Okay? So now that it's like that, first crack your egg on the side, make sure not to drip anything anywhere. There we go. And I usually like to have my egg over hard, so I'm gonna break it, the yolk. If you like it over easy, then you wouldn't break the yolk. And then if you want it sunny side up, then you wouldn't even flip the egg at all. So first, just to keep clean, I'm going to begin by wiping off my hands from the egg goo and stuff, because you don't want that to get everywhere. Okay? And I'm just going to dispose of that. So then this is going to be cooking. I'm probably going to turn it up a little just so that we can get done with this faster. And then while it's cooking, I'm probably going to pop the toast, check on it, make sure it's good, because I don't really know a lot of people who like burnt toast, to be honest. Okay, and there we go. So now that's almost done, just waiting till it gets golden, and then I'm just waiting for this to cook. Now, when do you know to flip the egg? How do you know it's done cooking? So right now, if you look inside the pan, you can see that it's mostly clear liquid, so you're waiting for that clear liquid to turn white, and then especially if you want it over hard, it will start popping and sizzling, and so then you know that you can flip it. I think I'm gonna pop the toast now. Very good. Okay, so first you gotta kind of decide, which one's gonna be the top piece of toast and which one's gonna be the bottom. I'm gonna use the bigger one as the bottom, and then the smaller one as the top. And I just keep on trying to keep clean hands the entire time. So first we're gonna begin with our condiment of mayonnaise. So just take however much you like, maybe some people don't even want to use any mayonnaise. And then you're gonna put that on. Probably gonna have to get a new fork now. So that's there for you. And just spread it on like so. Just evenly distributed. Okay, and then notice how I'm keeping an eye on the egg, knowing to make sure that it's not sizzling or popping right now, so I can continue with this and don't have to worry about flipping the egg. Next for me, since I love guacamole, I made myself my own homemade guacamole, but if you don't know how to make your own guacamole, you can buy some from the store, or if you just don't want any, then you don't have to put any on again. Especially for these toppings and condiments and stuff, it's really just up to you how you want to make it. Sometimes people prefer one thing, but then one day they might prefer something different. And that's what's awesome about food. So much variety and stuff. So once it's evenly distributed, and I like to apply a generous amount, then you're gonna put your spinach on top of your guacamole, you know, keep the healthy stuff with the healthy stuff. Let's see, let's go like that. And this must have been timed perfectly because now my egg is starting to sizzle. So I'm just gonna peer to the underside by moving the spatula around to make sure that it's cooked. It's probably gonna need about 10 more seconds. So you know just by how much it's sticking to the bottom and how much also the top is cooked, because you don't want the top to not be cooked, so when you flip it, it might get messy. So that's probably enough time. So and then I'm just gonna move it over to one side so I can have some room to shuffle underneath. And then once I get a good hold on it, then I just flip it over and get all the stuff and mess off the sides. And then it will cook real fast from here. It will only be a few more seconds, probably like 30. So then I'm gonna start by putting the cheese on top of on the top side of the bread. And so I'm just, because the toast is a little bit bigger than the size of the cheese, I'm just breaking it up so it can be evenly distributed there. Okay, and there we go. And now, since it's freely moving and there's no really sticking, then I just poke it a couple times with the spatula, make sure it's all cooked inside. And then you can put it on top of your spinach, like that. Okay, and then for the final step, I like to add ham onto it. And me personally, I love it when the ham is nice and sizzling, warm. It reminds me more of bacon, and I like bacon more than ham, even though it's a type of ham. It gets kind of loud, but that's okay. So we're just letting this warm up. You can use your hands or a spatula. For me, it doesn't get too hot, so I like to use my hands. And I do 3 pieces, just to cover the entirety of the bread. And this ham, it has a dual purpose. When I warm it up, it also helps melt the cheese, so it becomes just more savory, and I really, really like that. So I'm just gonna flip it over. I try not to let the ham cook for too long because then it dries out and it doesn't taste as good. So just enough to warm it up, but not enough to dry it out. You know, find your happy medium. Again, whichever you like. Okay, almost done here. That seems pretty good to me. Okay, and then once you have almost all your steps completed, put the 2 halves together. Maybe cut it in half to get a nice inside look. And there we go. So to conclude, all it takes is a couple easy steps, and you're all set. One sec, sorry. Okay, and then this healthy, nutritious, and savory sandwich will allow you to have a full and satisfying breakfast in a quick, easy time. Thank you.